Officers respond. We have a kidnapping in progress. Location is Cathedral.
Just look natural.
Got an algorithm in the suit that can extrapolate where the kidnappers might have gone.
I got it. I got a picture. Just look natural. Oh my gosh. Okay, later, Spidey. My New Year's party.
Sorry.
Can I get an autograph?
Right?
Boycott the Bugle. Unfair hire practices. Boycott the Bugle. Spider-Man, I was into my swear.
Get me out of here! You're safe now.
They thought I knew where Fisk hid his money, but I'm just a bank teller.
Oh no. They're back!
Me and him. Get out of here! Get out of the way! Come on! Gonna go. I'm not gonna go out like that. I'll break your bones.
All done. Kind of weird anyone still kidnaps in the digital era. Seems like there'd be cybernapping or something.
Thanks. I thought I might get robbed someday. I never imagined. Oh man, thanks.
Good, Spidey.
All units, report of a break-in. Location is Cathedral.
Never hit it before. Owner pays protection for this. Other bosses ran things from the joint. This man are busy just trying to survive. What if this gets into a protection? You don't want to.
Hey, an old-fashioned B&E. Gotta love the classics.
Beautiful thing. Top short-handed, no clear boss running the town. It's like clean. Right. Yeah, fresh slate. You know what a slate is? This could be sit back with the other big shots. Sooner or later, that. Oh no! Hey, Spider-Man!
You guys don't look like locksmiths.
Light him up! You have it. What's wrong with you guys?
Look at it this way. If I'd actually let you break in, you'd be going away for a lot longer.
All units be advised. Armed robbery in progress. Any officers in Nomad, please respond.
We reserve the right to refuse service and knock out any criminals. Says so right on the sign.
This'll hurt! Look out!
Gotta be a special kind of crazy to rob a storefront in the city Spider-Man protects. Probably better if I'm not here when the cops arrive.
I knew Jameson was wrong.
Available units, report of an assault in progress. Please mobilize toward Flatiron, over.
An assault! I better step in.
Bet you didn't ask questions when he bought you jewelry.
New clothes, nice dinner. You sold me out? Me?
Where I didn't.
I saw you talking to the cops.
They asked me that. I didn't know.
Yeah? Then why is there a warrant on me?
They got Wilson Fisk's files. Your name must have been.
Files I can fight. A witness is something else.
I never testified.
They asked you to testify. You didn't tell them anything. Someone's there.
Oh what, it's not fun getting beat up? Well, sit with that for a while.
Used to be safe here.
Available units need response to a break-in. Incident is ongoing near Union Square. Please copy.
Man, Fisk goes away and suddenly it's amateur hour.
Yeah, what do we do? Push you in the ground! Hit him! How he move so fast? You're gonna regret that!
Look at it this way. If I'd actually let you break in, you'd be going away for a lot longer.
All units, civilians are trapped following a vehicle collision. Reported location is the Garment District. Over.
Nasty car wreck down there. People might be hurt. I've got you!
Look out, please help! I'm trapped! I'm gonna tell everybody you're for real.
I've got you. Stay calm.
Rock the floor, power you apart, and kick off screaming.
You're a mensch, Spider-Man.
Whoever caused this wreck is nearby. Need to find and stop them.
If I ever see Jameson.
I'm losing them! Gotta catch up. Hope you've got points left on your licenses, guys. That pileup was a doozy. Gotta shut this down before someone gets hurt.
Doesn't of you. That was cool. Oh, is that really you?
Officers be advised, a mugging was just reported. Available officers report to the theater district.
That's a holdup.
Hand it over, all you got.
Oh, you started without me. Every two-bit mugger thinks he's the next Wilson Fisk. Well, they are going to jail, so...
Thank you, Spider-Man. You're the only one we can rely on.
I always said Spider-Man.
van, witness called in, an active drug deal. Officers near Vanderbilt, be advised.
Gonna guess these guys aren't trading baseball cards.
Yeah. Genuine Wilson Fisk product. The Kingpin's private reserve. Well, it smells like the sewer's private reserve. Fisk had particular tastes, you know? Who can peg those rich guys? I don't know. Kingpin even used? I thought he was straight edge. Look, bro, you gonna buy or not? This is grade A. Grade triple A. In or out? We got people waiting. Oh, not good. Not good! You guys said the buggers are vacation!
Hey, guys! You got prescriptions for this stuff?
Can't reach him! Get behind! Okay, go!
I'm losing him! Gotta catch up. I'm losing him! Just drop me off at the jail. No reason.
On the way!
Everybody, out! Huh. Fisk did keep these wannabe pushers in check. Wait a minute, what's that feeling? Do I miss him? No. Police are coming, so I'm going.
Cause you like, man, do something? I just gotta say, you're like my hero.
All units, we have received reports of a break-in. Officers needed at Gracie Mansion. Please copy.
Good, Spidey.
Quick interview for my blog?
Hey, Spidey. Hey there.
Spider-Man. It's you. It's really you.
Wow, performance is getting good. This guy almost looks just like Spider-Man.
I heard that. Snake Spider-Man? What the hell?
Ever hear a knocking?
Can't hit him! Taking a beating!
You asked for this! Look at it this way. If I'd actually let you break in, you'd be going away for a lot longer.
I gotta go.
Hey, you got some kind of
serious.
skin condition under that
Get more
stupid
tips.
suit or something? Oh, wow, that's really Spider-Man.
Never seen you this close.
Sorry, spider emergency.
I got it. I got a picture.
This is Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, where listeners like you discuss the issues affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize-winning two-time Pulitzer Prize-winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle. Hey, plug the book. And as always, if you order Mr. Jameson's book, Spider-Man, Threat or Menace, within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy at no extra charge.
No personalizations, don't ask, not gonna get it. Welcome to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, alerting you to the threats you don't even know about. Let's dive right into the calls. Speak.
Okay, so not for nothing. You gotta give Spider-Man respect for taking down Wilson Fisk, right? I mean, one less mob boss is good for everybody.
Is that right? Tell me, are you a police officer? Prosecutor? Maybe an award-winning reporter with decades on the job like me?
No, I'm a plumber.
Oh, good. Then fix my toilet and shut up! Let me explain something to you about crime bosses. Soon as one goes down, every punk with a gun, a tracksuit, and a drawer full of gold chains decides he's the next godfather. We're gonna have a gang war in the streets, but does that whip-headed moron give a damn? Of course not. He got on TV. That's what counts.
Yeah, well, I can get copper pipe without paying kickbacks now. So until that gang war starts, I'm on the webhead side.
And you'll be singing a different tune when 3 new mobs are lining up to charge you triple for that same pipe. Or just break your legs. Goodbye! My loyal listeners, brushheads they call themselves, though I've never quite understood why, will remember my warnings about the downright Orwellian crime monitoring system the city was installing. Well, it's not operating. Why, you ask? Because someone came to their senses and realized they'd be violating civil liberties? Wrong! Because those incompetent bureaucrats built a network that crashes more often than a wino driving a bumper car, so your tax dollars got wasted, and there's nothing to show for it. Which is about as close as you get to a happy ending in the real world, kids. And now for listener emails. May from Queens writes, "You're so full of anger and I wish you'd get help managing it. It's terrible for your health." Now I know she speaks from a place of concern, but this is a common misconception that I have to correct. I'm not full of anger. I'm full of love. I call out injustice, corruption, and crimes against humanity because I adore this city, and I want it to be better. What you hear in my voice, it's love. Nothing but love! Unbelievable. I understand we have another low-information caller who thinks we're better off thanks to Spider-Man. Let's see if I can set her straight. You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
I just want to say that I've never seen Manhattan so safe and peaceful. Compare what it was like when Spider-Man first showed up to now.
Okay, fair enough, I will. Then, we had police and firefighters doing a wonderful job. There was crime, sure, but nothing they couldn't handle. Of course, we do have things now we didn't have then. Maniacs who shoot electricity out of their eyes, walking piles of sand, Nazis made of bees!
Didn't Spider-Man put all those guys in jail?
You're missing the point. They didn't exist before he came along. At best, he attracts them. But I've often wondered if they're in cahoots.
Wow, I've never actually heard anyone say cahoots before. Look, all I'm saying is, I'd hate to imagine what would have happened if all those guys showed up and Spider-Man wasn't here.
Another lost cause. Goodbye. You might have heard about the robbery at Roseman's auction house. What you probably didn't hear, but my sources confirm, is that the perpetrators were wearing masks. Horrible, demonic faces. Yet another example of the explosion in mass criminals since Spider-Man came on the scene. Let's hear your thoughts. You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, I see your point, but Spider-Man stopped those guys today. Saying he's like them because he wears a mask isn't fair. It's like prejudiced.
Wrong. Here's a little lesson in the English language, my friend. Prejudice means to prejudge someone before you know anything about them. I know all I need to about Spider-Man. He runs around causing chaos, wearing a mask so he doesn't have to answer for his shenanigans, and a flashy costume so he gets attention to feed his gigantic, insatiable ego. Now, if I'm a mentally unstable person and I see him getting all this coverage, what am I going to do? It's called copycat behavior, people, and it's ruining New York. Folks, I have to once again defend myself against the spurious claims from McDonald Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion. Yes, as I fully disclosed, I bankrolled the experiment that gave him superior strength, speed, and that unsightly cyborg tail. The idea was to create an anti-Spider-Man who is not a threat and stops menaces. I had no idea he was crazy. Do you think his resume said psycho with a poisoning fetish? His lawsuit is a transparent attempt to reduce his sentence at the raft by placing the blame for his deeds on me. And that is one package J. Jonah Jameson refuses. I've always been about the truth. When I was a reporter and a newspaper publisher, I printed the truth. And now as a broadcaster, I speak it. Sometimes it hurts, but it's my responsibility to bring it to you. And the truth is, the city is not quiet. It is not peaceful. It is a disaster waiting to happen. Threats roiling under the surface like a hungry shark just beneath the waterline. Don't let Spider-Man fool you. You are not safe. None of us are. Now, a lot of people ask me what I think of Mayor Osborn, but what matters is what you think. Let's ask our first caller. You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Hi, I think Mayor Osborn's doing a terrific job. He's cleaned the city up and expanded the economy.
With all due respect to the office of mayor, the police cleaned up the city, and entrepreneurs boosted the economy. I do approve of many of the mayor's initiatives, like cracking down on quality of life crimes and reducing red tape. But I think he takes credit for a lot of things other people do. He's ambitious, which is not a bad thing. But I always say, be careful of people with agendas. We used to have a vigilant press to keep politicians honest, but it's a shadow of its former self. Now all you've really got is me. Let's discuss the costume lunatic who just literally destroyed a bank. Wait, you think I'm talking about Herman Schultz? Oh no, I meant Spider-Man. Look, Schultz is a career criminal, obviously disturbed. I mean, he calls himself the Shocker, so I don't expect him to act like a sane person. But Spider-Man claims to be a hero. Well, tell that to the bank employees who are out of a job. The customers who had irreplaceable family heirlooms in the safe deposit boxes. Couldn't he have waited until Schultz was, I don't know, outside to start the fight? Of course, then he would have probably wrecked several people's cars, because Spider-Man views our city as his playground and your property as his toys. And he just loves smashing his toys together. Friends, I've just received an update on Adrian Toombs, a.k.a. the Vulture. Apparently, this winged criminal has fallen ill with cancer, and he's been moved to the Raft's infirmary for treatment, which will undoubtedly cost a fortune in public funds. Now let me ask you, why do we even have an infirmary at the Raft? It's a supermax prison, full of maniacs. If they get sick, let nature take its course. Now I realize that's harsh, but so is my tax bill. Now, how often do I say Spider-Man should let the police handle crime? At least 6 times a day, and that's on my day off. And for once, that is exactly what happened when Officer Jefferson Davis stopped a truck full of armed criminals from mowing down innocent bystanders. What about Spider-Man, you ask? Where was the city's self-styled champion? Oh, he's the one who started this chase, right out of an 80s action movie. But it took a real hero to finish it. Thank God Officer Davis was on the scene, and that he saved all those lives in spite of Spider-Man's interference. Jefferson Davis, you have earned the coveted J. Jonah Jameson nod of respect. I just nodded. It's all over the news. Another battle between Spider-Man and these demon-masked gunmen threatening the lives of New Yorkers. I understand our next caller lives in the area. You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, the thing is, it all happened in a shipyard that's been closed for years. There weren't any innocent people in danger.
Oh, is that your expert opinion? Well, let me tell you what I've learned from sources I developed in my award-winning journalism career. That shipyard was a front for Wilson Fisk. He's been using it to smuggle guns, grenades, military-grade ordnance.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Ah, the truth bomb strikes. But wait, here's a 50-megaton payload of fact. While Spider-Man tried to grab the glory for himself chasing one truck, another vehicle got away with an arsenal of deadly, illegal weapons. Fisk, for all his faults, would never have let them be used in this city. But these demons, either they're some kind of fanatical cult, or they just don't care. Anybody feel like they're in danger now? A helicopter fight, trailing a crane, in the air above our teeming streets, on which it could have crashed at any moment in a blazing rotor-chopping fireball of doom. Still think the webhead's protecting people like you, caller?
Well, he stopped them, and he made sure the helicopter didn't land on anyone. So, it seems to me he did the right thing.
Right thing? The right thing would be to call the professionals. My son serves proudly in the Air Force. He's logged thousands of hours of flight time and years of training in protecting our homeland. But he's not good enough?
Well, of course he is, but he wasn't there. Spider-Man was.
Because that's how he wanted it! God forbid he share the spotlight with anyone! That's it. I'm done pointing out the obvious. Let's go to commercials. I need a double aspirin with an antacid chaser. Now! Today is a day for somber reflection, for mourning, and honoring fallen heroes like Jefferson Davis. But it's also a day to vow never again. It stops here. Some people say I blame everything on Spider-Man. Well, I don't blame him for the bombing. That cowardly act is squarely the responsibility of whoever committed it. But if we're gonna keep New York safe, we can no longer tolerate the kind of lawlessness Spider-Man and his ilk represent. This is our city. By God, we're going to take it back. Friends, today we have a very special caller, breaking important news right here, because where else? Mayor Osborn, thanks for calling in.
No, thank you, Jonah. When you were publishing the Bugle, you were always fair to me. Tough, sure, but fair.
Well, that's my job, Mr. Mayor. All I have is my integrity, and I won't compromise it for anyone. Now, what's this crucial breaking news you're revealing for the first time anywhere on my show?
Well, after the brutal, cowardly City Hall bombing that almost claimed my life, it's clear our understaffed police department needs help. And I want to reassure the people of New York that I am providing it.
Aha! I said it! You all heard me say we needed this. Are you using my idea of bringing in cops from Lake Placid?
Ah, no. Though that was a fine idea. No, this would be a security contractor, much like the ones our military uses to assist our troops overseas. I can't name it until the contracts are signed, but their qualifications are impeccable.
Well, that sounds terrific, Mr. Mayor. Though, of course, I'll have to reserve my tough but fair final judgment until I have all the facts.
I'd expect nothing less. And let me stress, this is in no way replacing our brave officers of the law, just augmenting them in a way that cuts through the red tape and gets results.
And results are what we want. You know, I'm glad you're here, so I can share my theory on how Spider-Man may well be working with the demons.
And a fascinating theory it is, I'm sure. But my doctors are advising me to get some rest now, so if you don't mind.
Oh, of course. Thank you for calling in, Mr. Mayor. My lines are open for you anytime. Jared, did you hear? Tough but fair! That's our new slogan. I don't care who else is using it. Don't care. Breaking news just in. My sources tell me the police are now looking at the demons as the primary suspects in the City Hall bombing. If that is in fact the case, I retract what I said about Spider-Man not being to blame. He would be, at the very least, partially responsible. Because the reckless manner in which Wilson Fisk was brought down directly created the void the demons poured into, like the poison they are. Actions have consequences, my friends. And that's something Spider-Man has never understood.
Hey, sounds corny, but you're my hero.
Say cheese.
Over here.
got reports of a mugging. Officers near Devil's Shelf, please report to the scene.
That's a holdup.
Nobody's afraid of him anymore.
Oh, it is on. Every two-bit mugger thinks he's the next Wilson Fisk. Well, they are going to jail, so...
Thank you, Spider. You're the only one we can rely on.
Wait till Mom sees this.